Welcome back, everyone. Today's video will be on the Duel Dragon monsters that came out in the Premium Pack 16.
For those unfamiliar, the Duel Dragons are the main focus of the 5Ds manga. Most of them are counterparts to the 5Ds anime dragons, like Stardust and Red Dragon Archfiend, but a couple of them in this pack are the antagonists Duel Dragons, so they're a little different.
Yeah, so let's start off with our Underworld Dragon, Dragnecro.
Yeah, it's a Dark Dragon Fusion, level 8, 3000 attack and 0 defense. It requires 2 zombie monsters, but it is a dragon, so that leaves us up with a lot of possibilities for its summoning.
So one possibility is to bring out Fusion Gate onto the field. And with all the ways that zombies can special summon, you have your Zombie Master, you have your Mizuki, you have your vampires, your Vampire Sorcerer to bring out other zombies. With all those wonderful ways to special summon zombies, you can easily bring out this card with your Fusion Gate.
Another nice thing is Dragon's Mirror. Dragon's Mirror also functions the same way as Fusion Gate, and since it is a dragon, it is a valid target for use with Fusion Gate, but you can banish your zombies from the graveyard. And then the final way, or at least the easiest way, if you combine Zombie World, which turns all your opponent's monsters in their graveyard and on their field into zombies, and Super Polymerization, you can use your opponent's monsters to summon this guy out.
Which is obviously very useful. So when this card is very useful to attack into your opponent's monsters and then summon tokens, your Dark Soul tokens, with their attack onto the field.
Essentially how it works is when Dragonecro attacks a monster, that monster isn't destroyed by that battle, but its attack becomes 0, and you special summon a Dark Soul token that's zombie, dark, and has the same level and attack as the opponent's monster. So you effectively summon a token with the same attack and level as that, and can attack into them and kill them.
Yeah, and then of course if you have a way to increase your own attack or decrease theirs with like Forbidden Lance or something, then you will not have to give up your token for their monster.
And then the other nice thing is, since that drops their opponent's attack to their monster's attack to 0, if you happen to have a weaker monster as well, and then you summon the token, but that token is also stronger than an opponent's other monster, you can drop their monster's attack to 0, attack over it with the weaker monster, and then use your token to attack their other monster.
Yeah, so if your opponent has the same attack as you, your Dragnecro will be destroyed, but you will get to drop their attack to 0 and still summon your token.
That is the one thing, is Dragonecro doesn't actually have any protection for itself. When you think about it not destroying other monsters by battle, you usually go to the assumption that it itself can't be destroyed, but it is very easily destroyed. So if you use it to attack something that's stronger, you're just gonna lose and you're not gonna get anything out of it. So,
however, with all the ways you can special summon this card in zombie decks, you shouldn't have a problem.
And it is reusable because its effect only requires that it first be fusion summoned. So essentially, which would be the only way you'd be able to special summon it later anyway, is if it was properly fusion summoned. So
you can special summon it from the grave, of course.
Things like Refusion and other various things. Call the Haunted's a very useful card for this card.
Mass Chameleon. Bringing out a 3000 attack monster, very useful. Next we have our Bielza.
King of Dark Dragons. It's a Dark Dragon Synchro, level 8, 3000 attack and 3000 defense. This guy is really good.
Yeah, I guess the one kind of fallback is you do have to use a Dark Tuner, but then your monster cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects.
So it's got itself immune to destruction, and then every time you take damage from a battle involving it, or from an opponent's card effect, so if you take burn damage as well, it gains attack equal to the amount of damage you took.
And that's permanent attack. It's not till the end phase, it's permanent attack, so you can just keep on gaining life points if you take damage for some reason. I don't think burn players are going to like this card very much.
Yeah.
But yeah, this card can attack into any of your opponent's stronger monsters, gain their attack, and then you'll likely be able to
you
attack
essentially gain.
You'll likely
end
be
up
able
gaining up to their attack because you'll gain attack equal to the amount of damage you took, which would be the difference. So
And you'll be able
you
to
effectively get their attack.
You'll be able to attack into them, and as long as they don't have a protection effect from being destroyed by battle, then they are destroyed and you are not.
Another nice thing is you could feasibly combo this guy with Safe Zone, since it itself can't be destroyed by card effects. So Safe Zone protects it from other things.
Like targeting card effects, like number 101.
And then if Safe Zone were to be destroyed, Safe Zone's effect would normally destroy it, but Beelze protects itself from that.
However, that is going to prevent you from attacking your opponent directly, so do be wary of that.
But then again, you're probably going to be using this guy to attack your opponent's monsters anyway, due to its effect, so because it only gains attack when you take battle damage from a battle involving it.
But as this card gains more and more attack points, it's likely your opponent is not going to have stronger monsters for this card to gain more attack points, so you're likely only going to be gaining life points through other monsters being attacked and taking battle damage.
And then the other nice thing is it doesn't have any restrictions on its summoning, so you could feasibly use Red Eye's Darkness Metal Dragon to bring it back if it does end up leaving the field.
Or I guess I'll make a clarification on the last thing I said, because you only gain attack points when you take damage from a battle involving this card. So yeah, my bad on that one.
But it is reusable if somehow it does get destroyed or it gets sent to the graveyard for some reason. It is revivable, it doesn't have any restrictions on it, and then you just get its beastly effect again. So.
Yep. And then our final Duel Dragon is our Black Feather, our
Blackwing Dragon, Black Feather, which it's the name of the card in the manga. They have kind of distorted names as compared to the main anime versions, where this was Blackwing Dragon, similar to Jeweled Red Dragon Archfiend. We don't quite know the actual English name for that yet, but we'll find out soon.
Yeah, and this is generic, level 8 synchro, and its effect is, once per turn, when you take damage, any kind of damage from you or your opponent, you can send the top 5 cards from the top of your deck to the graveyard, and then, if there are any monsters sent, this card gains 400 attack for each. So it's kind of the opposite of Blackwing Dragon.
It is only once, though. You only get 400 once. So the sending, you can send up to 5 cards, but if you send any monsters, you get 400 attack. It's not for each monster, sadly.
Yeah, but you can do it once per turn, so you can get 400 once each turn.
Once each turn, and you can mill off 5 cards from the top of your deck, or you can just mill 1, hit a monster, and get 400 attacks. So it's kind of a bit of a gamble there, kind of similar to Shooting Star Dragon.
Yeah, you're going to have to play strategically with that, because you're not going to want to be sending all your cards to the graveyard. But you can send cards that could potentially be used later on, like Level Eater, Dandelion, Spore, Mizuki, that type of thing. Cards who can be used in the graveyard to your advantage.
Still get attack on it. The nice thing is, since it starts with 2800 attack, one instance of this effect going off gets you up to 3200, which is
going to get you over
that 3000 tier. So
yeah, those big marks, 2500, 3000.
And then feasibly you can just keep going. So that's the nice thing about this card.
So I guess that's about it for our Duel Dragon video for the Duel Dragons and Premium Pack 16. Come back next time for the last 2 cards in this set, the Magic and Trap card.
See you guys later.